Some folks walked away from SHOT Show 2025, saying the market was a bit sleepy. And sure, maybe there wasn't the same level of earth-shaking news as in some past years. But if you knew where to look, there was a whole world of new guns to get your hands on, ranging from the mind-bendingly exotic to the incredibly practical. Let's dive into some of the handguns, rifles, and shotguns you'll be seeing on the shelf at your local gun store very soon. This is one of those that makes you stop and stare. The Pivot is a 9mm rifle with a truly unconventional design. Its whole purpose is to collapse into a tiny package for discreet carry or easy storage. At first glance, some things seem normal. It feeds from standard Glock 19 magazines, which is a huge plus for compatibility. It's also threaded for a suppressor right out of the box. But that's where normal ends. The Pivot's patented action is exactly what it sounds like. You press a button, and the top half of the gun literally pivots around the bottom half. The result is a package with a full 16-inch barrel that's only 5 inches longer when collapsed. Think about the practical uses for that. Despite its steel and aluminum parts, the use of polymer keeps the weight down to a feather-light 5 lbs before you start adding accessories. Ready to fire, its total length is between 27 and 30 inches, depending on where you set the stock. For those who treat long-range shooting as a science, the Sako TRG series needs no introduction. It's a go-to precision rifle for military snipers across the globe for a reason. The TRG-22A1 is packed with features that serious shooters will appreciate. The user-friendliness is off the charts. You can adjust the cheek height, the length of pull, and the butt pad height to make it fit you perfectly. And get this, all the tools you need for service are built right into the rifle. They're stowed in the lower receiver. And the bolt handle itself doubles as your takedown tool. No more losing that tiny Allen key in the field. The action is buttery smooth. And the cold hammer forged barrel delivers the legendary accuracy Sako is known for. For transport, the stock folds, making the package a little easier to manage. It also comes with an adjustable trigger you can set between 2 and 4 lbs and a 20 MOA Picatinny rail ready for any optic you can dream of. It's not cheap, but if you have the budget, the performance and quality are undeniable. This is easily one of the best precision rigs you can buy. It feels like it's been a minute since Beretta gave us a new submachine gun. Well, the PMX pistol is here, based on the PMX platform used by military and police forces around the world. Of course, for the civilian market, it's a semi-automatic pistol, so you lose the fun switch and the stock. The original PMX platform was built to survive tough NATO testing. That means it's designed for durability and performance, even with NATO's higher pressure 9mm ammo, which is hotter than standard US commercial rounds. It's a direct blowback 9mm pistol to keep it light but strong. Beretta used modern polymers with steel reinforcements where it counts. The controls are fully ambidextrous, and there's plenty of Picatinny rail space for lights and lasers, including a full-length rail on top. The 6.9-inch barrel is cold, hammer-forged with a nitride finish, and comes threaded for a muzzle device. It ships with two 30-round magazines and starts at an MSRP of $14,999. In a world overflowing with AK variants, the IWE Galil Ace Gen 2 really does stand out. This isn't your grandpa's AK. It strays far from the original platform to give 21st century enthusiasts the features they want. One of the biggest draws is the variety of calibers available. I have to admit, I'm a bit obsessed with the 5.45's 39mm cartridge from the 1970s and how it stacks up against 5.56 NATO. This poison pill round gives you lighter recoil and better ballistics than the original 7.62's 39mm. The rifle is loaded with modern touches, a free-floated M-lock handguard, a standard threaded barrel, a spring-loaded dust cover, ambidextrous safeties, and an adjustable folding stock. Mounting an optic is simple. thanks to a hinged top rail that runs the full length of the receiver. When you pair the lighter cartridge with these modern features, you get an awesome rifle to trick out and run hard at the range. CMMG is showing some love to the Kalashnikov fans. Their Descent rifle-style carbine is now chambered in 7.62 Quang 39 mm. This thing blends classic AK performance with a truly modern design. Instead of a standard AR buffer tube and grip, it uses a Magpul Remington 870 SGA shoulder stock. The most important feature, it takes standard, rockin' AK-47 pattern magazines and even has an AK-style mag release. The idea was to create a modern carbine that could navigate state-level gun bans while still offering features like an M-LOK handguard and a flat-top upper for easy optics mounting. The safety is a reversible crossbolt style, and it has a new zero drop-in trigger designed with Rise armament. The magazine release is extended and ambidextrous, and you can get the rifle in several Cerakote colors. The MSRP is set at $1,999. If you're a fan of semi-auto shotguns, the Browning A5 is a legend. For years, people have been asking for a 20-gauge model, and now it's finally here. This new A5 is built on a smaller, lighter frame, making it a dream to carry in the field. It weighs less than 6 lbs and is versatile enough for everything from upland birds to ducks. The recoil-operated kinematic drive system is what makes the A5 so reliable and soft-shooting. It's been tested extensively and will cycle pretty much any 20-gauge field load without needing adjustments. And the speed load feature is genuinely awesome. Lock the bolt back, slide a shell into the magazine tube, and it automatically loads it for you. The new 20-gauge looks sharp with a deep black receiver, a blued barrel, and a gloss-finished walnut stock that features the new Inflex recoil pad, just like its bigger brothers. It's backed by a 5-year, 100,000-round guarantee. Fightlight Industries is expanding its 5.56 NATO Bandito pistol line with something wild, a manually operated version using their herring lever action AR platform. These American-made pistols feature a 7.25-inch threaded barrel made from 4150 vanadium steel with a nitro-carburized finish. A 6.5-inch M-LOK handguard includes a full-length optics rail that lines up with the flat-top upper receiver. While most of the controls in the magazine well are standard mil-spec AR-15, the crossbolt safety and the big lever loop are unique. The curved polymer pistol grip looks like a cropped lever action stock and comes in black, FDE or OD green. This version of the Bandito is listed at $1,900. Here's a handgun that will make you look twice, especially if you're used to traditional 5.7 to 28mm firearms. The Kel-Tec P57 uses a top-loading mechanism that feels a bit like an M1 Garand. It does away with detachable magazines completely instead. You use 10-round stripper clips to feed the 20-round internal magazine. This results in a much slimmer and more comfortable grip. Kel-Tec argues this minimalist approach reduces potential points of failure and streamlines the whole design, thanks to a clever rotary barrel design. The P57 is almost 40% lighter than the next lightest 5.7mm pistol available. Its lightweight build and unique design make it a serious contender for concealed carry. It ships with two 10-round stripper clips and an optics plate, all for an MSRP of $399. We've been waiting for this one. The Henry Lever Action Supreme might be one of the most anticipated lever guns in years, and it's finally here. This is a modern take on the classic. With a trick up its sleeve, it feeds from AR pattern magazines instead of a tube. In a world where everyone has a pile of AR mags, a lever gun in 5.56 NATO or 300 BLK that uses them is a very smart idea. This rifle has a lot going for it. It features a free-floated barrel and a match grade. User-adjustable trigger, making it a potential sub-MOA shooter, something you rarely see in a lever gun. A Picatinny rail on top of the receiver makes adding an optic a breeze. The lever has a smooth, short throw for quick and quiet operation, while a shorter bolt and internal hammer set it apart from older designs. The tang safety and mag release are both ambidextrous. Initial models come in 5.536 NATO and 300 blackout. With threaded muzzles for suppressors, it ships with a 10-round PMag that has a 5-round limiter for hunting regulations. The MSRP for either caliber is 1 in 300. Designed for both serious competition and recreational shooting. The CZ Shadow 2 Target is a 9mm single-action-only pistol. It comes in 2 barrel lengths, both with that crisp single-action trigger. It takes the excellent ergonomics of the base Shadow 2 and improves them with things like an enlarged, undercut trigger guard for a higher grip. It comes from the factory with a flat-face trigger that has incredibly short travel and reset. You can adjust the trigger's position, weight, take up, and over travel. Most of these adjustments can be done with 3 set screws right on the trigger itself. The pistol is built on a blued steel frame with an ambidextrous manual safety and sharp-looking G10 grip panels. All versions come with a high precision, cold hammer-forged barrel that is hand-fit and has a recessed target crown. They also share the same 17-round double-stack magazines. Interestingly, they got rid of the Picatinny rail, opting instead for a frame-weight mounting interface to help reduce recoil for speed shooting. The slide has deep, long serrations at the front and rear for easier manipulation. You can find the Shadow 2 Target through the Talladega Dealers Network with an MSRP of $2,599. After showing off the PSA VUC at the last SHOT Show, Palmetto State Armory got a ton of feedback. The main request was for a design that was more faithful to classic AK styling. PSA listened. They've made several changes that blend tradition with modern innovation. One of the first big changes is the use of a 4.5mm trunnion, like a traditional AK-47, which allows for the use of a KNS armament stock. The VUC also modernizes with an AK-19-style grip designed to fit an AR-15 platform. This hybrid approach means the VUC can accept AR-15 fire control groups and grips, giving you huge flexibility. The redesigned magazine release paddle is a dual-action design, letting you either push down or push out to release the mag. The upper receiver also saw big changes. The charging handle was moved to the front, which is more like a traditional AK and less like their AR-style Jackal rifle. This change also allowed them to add a bolt hold-open feature. PSA also addressed feedback about the rear sight, which some users found too blocky on earlier models. The polymer lower handguard promises better compatibility with aftermarket accessories for endless customization. The VUC is shaping up to be a serious contender in the market. Nemo Arms, the Idaho-based company, is known for putting its own spin on popular firearms. And they're doing it again with the Mongoose large format pistol. This 9mm semi-auto has a compact 5.8-inch barrel, an extruded aluminum upper, and AR pattern controls. Here's the standout feature: the Mongoose has a uniquely low recoiling mass. They achieved this by using a short recoil operating system, which is a big departure from the simple, straight blowback systems common in this category. Its operating system is even described as being reminiscent of a Glock. The 2-part receiver has an extruded aluminum upper that doubles as a handguard, with a long Picatinny rail on top and M-lock slots all around. All the controls, including the safety and bolt release, are ambidextrous. The non-reciprocating charging handle can be swapped to either side. It uses CZ pattern magazines from Magpul. Nemo has set the MSRP at $1,950. Fightlight, the company behind the SCR and the belt-fed MCR, is diving into some interesting territory with its Herring Advanced Lever action rifle. The gun looks good, but it's an unusual mix of features. It has a lower receiver that takes standard 5.56 NATO AR magazines and a large lever loop tucked in by the pistol grip. Just like an AR, this new lever gun can be adapted for different calibers, barrels, and accessories because it uses off-the-shelf AR-15 bolts and barrel extensions. The mechanism uses a rotating bolt and carrier that are cycled by the lever, compared to old-school tube-fed lever guns. This offers big advantages. The center of gravity doesn't shift as you shoot, and you can safely use modern Spitzer-style bullets. The first models will be in 5.56 NATO and 300 blackout, but future versions could be chambered in everything from 6mm ARC to 450 Bushmaster. Davidson's and Beretta have teamed up to release two limited edition Beretta 92 single action only variants, the Corsa and the Guir. Both are built for speed and precision, using the 92XI competition line as a base. They come with an extreme SDLC coated trigger, a fiber optic front sight, a Tony System single port compensator, and a flared magazine. Well, these pistols are built on the thinner Beretta Vertec frame with the legendary 92 locking block action. What really sets them apart visually are the Lock Grip G10 grip panels, which have unique marbled or red accents. The controls are fully ambidextrous, including the magazine release, safety, and slide release. They ship with three 18-round Mech-Gar magazines that have +4 Tony System extensions. These are limited-run guns, with only 2,000 units of each model being made. MSRP starts at $1,399.